folks, Rob here, and we got a new knife from our friends over at ODENWOLF, and this is a new knife for them. This is a inexpensive knife, but we're going to take a look at it. This is called the W Catcher, or the Picnic, the W Picnic, and this is just a little general purpose kind of outdoor knife. It has polymer handles, and it's got pretty good, they're not real grippy, but they're pretty grippy. It's just a little utility knife, and it has a serrated blade, and this is 420 steel, and it does have a fully serrated blade, as you can see there. It's got an ergonomic handle. It is a liner lock, so it locks. Just a nice, it's lightweight, very lightweight. Let's get a length on it before we do anything else with it. Let's see how long it is when open. So when open, it's about 9 inches. Roughly, yeah, about 9 inches. And the blade length, you have a usable blade length of about 4 and almost 3/4. 4 7/8 maybe. Yeah, about 4 7/8 of usable blade length. It's very lightweight. Let's get a weight on it. This thing is going to weigh practically nothing. This is a good general purpose knife. It'd be good to carry in your pocket when you're outdoors. Be good for slicing meats and breads and things like that. Let's put it on ounces because it is very light. It is 1.55 ounces, so 1.5 ounces basically. So very lightweight knife. Yeah. Let me always turn that off. So very lightweight. It's the blade material is fairly thin. It is flexible, so there is some flex to that knife. It's not flexible at the joint. The blade is more flexible. It's more like a picnic knife. You could use it as a butter knife to slice breads and meats, but you know, I don't have any of that out here at the building. But I do have some things we're going to try. Let's see. Let's start with some tape. I have some painter's tape here. Let's see how well it cuts painter's tape. I'm going to get up here and try not to cut my finger. So it is a serrated blade, so it doesn't cut the smoothest, but it did cut through that. Let's double that up. Now let's triple it up and try it. And let's cut through that 4 layers of painter's tape. Let's see if I can get it. I can't hold on to it. That's part of my problem. I'm not holding on to it well. And yes, it cut through it. Cut cleaner that time. So it cut tape. Got some other stuff here to be a little harder to cut. Let's see. We got some nylon strapping. This is an old belt keeper for my duty belt that doesn't want to stay snapped anymore, so the snaps are wore out. So we're going to sacrifice it here and see how the ODENWOLF Picnic cuts this webbing. And we're just going to fold it over and cut a single layer, and cut it good. It wants to catch up, so it takes a little if you start too hard on it, you want to get it to moving first, and then kind of bear down on it. It wants to catch, but I don't know if you can even see it, but it does cut it, and it cut it relatively easy once I got it going. Once I got it to moving, it's so, those little fingers are so tight. Well, I cut it there. I was off camera. Anyway, it did cut that. Let's cut a zip tie. Them are so sharp that it dug into that nylon material and just kind of hung up. But it cut it all right. Let's cut some. It cuts a zip tie pretty easy. Went through that zip tie pretty easy. This thing is sharp. Definitely sharp. Cut through the zip tie just fine. We got some 080 weed eater string. Let's see how it cuts through that. This is pretty tough stuff right here. Let's see if it'll cut through it. The problem is going to get that to moving. Yeah, it cut through it just fine. Was it on camera? It's hard to do this and watch the camera and watch what I'm doing. I can't get a good hold on it. Let me double it again. I didn't. Okay, guys, this is where the ODENWOLF W Picnic is really going to shine. I got our, Elwood made me this cutting board and he engraved this on it. So we're going to use this as a knife testing platform. But this is where this will come in handy. If you're out camping or you got food prep to do, I mean, this knife will be awesome for slicing food. As you can see, it cuts through that potato like it's nothing. Let's see if we can get a real thin slice. I got to be able to see what I'm doing. See if we can get a potato chip size slice out of that. That's pretty thin. Not hardly translucent, but close. Pretty thin chip. Sheila begrudgingly gave me a potato to do this with, and I wanted a green tomato and she wouldn't let me have it. And I went out to the garden to see if we had any in there. None were big enough yet to really do any slicing on. But this is obviously where this is going to shine in food prep. Now, she did give me a squash that somebody gave her. We don't tend to like yellow squash. We eat a lot of zucchini, but squash is something I can live without it. So we're going to sacrifice this squash. And these things are pretty tough to cut through. So we're going to use this to cut us some slices of squash. This would be a great knife to keep in your camping kit as a utility kitchen knife. This would be great for meat. But I didn't want to sacrifice a piece of meat to, I guess I could have ate it. But this cutting board I stained with polyurethane, so it's not anything I cut on it. It's not going to be able to be used. So cut it pretty good. Let's try slicing her right down the middle. Yeah, worked pretty good. Right down the middle. Alright, let's try taking her down the middle again. Now let's make us some zucchini pieces. What are you doing in there, dog? Hold on, neighbor's dog is in there. Alright, got the neighbor's dog to finally go outside. But anyway, there is kind of a look at how it works on some vegetables. And would be excellent for a camp cook knife. It's basically a very sharp serrated butter knife. You could use this to spread jellies and jams. Yeah, I mean, it actually does a pretty good job of cutting. Let's see about peeling potatoes. Now, I never used serrated knives to peel potatoes. Ouch, it's sharp too. I stuck one of them serrations in my thumb. But yes, you can peel potatoes. Probably not quite as fine as you could, but I'm getting pretty thin peel there. Not overly thick, not wasting a lot of potato. So yes, you can peel with this knife. Like I said, this is where this knife would really shine, is in food prep. So anyway, guys, this is an inexpensive knife. Would be something good to throw in a go bag, because you could use it to cut cordage, anything from that to cooking your meals. So anyway, guys, that is a look at the well, shit. Ain't that funny how you can be thinking of something? The ODENWOLF W Picnic. And Just we cut some cordage with it. We cut some twine. We cut some tape. We cut, and but this, to me, this is where this knife really shines right here. Would be in food prep, cutting meat. Just an awesome little knife. Like I said, you can pick this up for like $17. I'll leave a link to it below. That's with free shipping and no tax. So you got a pretty decent little utility knife there. I'm going to call this a high-tech butter knife, because it is it'll definitely cut food, and it will definitely be good to have around a camp. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and until the next video, we'll see you guys later.